Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. Jason here bringing you today's video. As always guys, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. We've got a ton of content that we come out with. We're trying to review as many books as possible. Also, don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book, any other applicable links. This is our Discord channel, and anything else we can think of. Please check it out through the links. One of our fans asked us to set ourselves up with the Amazon affiliates so we could use the traffic through those links. Otherwise, once again, thank you everybody for joining us, and I'm going to go ahead and get right into today's video. So for today's video, I am going to talk about Retired Mage Book 1 by C.S. Darknight. C.S. Darknight, so Darknight, all one word. I'm going to make a wild guess and say this is a pen name, and my fuzzy co-star Freya has joined us. Thank you, baby. So, Retired Mage 1. So, this world is and I'll go over the usual four categories: the world, the main character, the plot, and the writing style. So, this particular world is kind of your typical fantasy-esque sort of world. We've got our wizards. We've got it's also lit RPG. We've got our wizards. We've got our vampires, our dragons, the typical animal type people. We've got levels and skills, spells, all of that usual stuff, which actually leads me into the main character. The main character's name is T.J. Glover, and this is an interesting book because the way the premise starts out, it's an isekai type book. This is a person that was brought from Earth to another world as the savior, the quote unquote savior that's supposed to save the world, and he does. This is a book that you would more look at as all those other isekai books that we've read. Imagine if they had, a 10-book series, and then it finished, the world is saved, the character is basically god level, and we move on, and the author moves on to a whole new series. Just imagine if they wrote another book. This is what that book would be. Basically, TJ has already done everything he was isekai for. He's already come into this world. He's gained his class, which was magic, and multiple classes, actually, multiple skills with magic. He has attained maximum level. He has attained maximum power levels, maximum infinite magic power, infinite stamina, all of this stuff. He is basically a god amongst men. In fact, he does actually refer to his full power and his full abilities as demigod mode, basically, because he is. Nothing can stop him. He has also reached that point. He's saved the world, done everything he was supposed to have done, and now his power is so immense and he's so famous that he's basically a beacon. He has become a beacon to every other power out there. Powerful demon mages and liches and demi-liches and arch-liches and demon lords, demon mages, just anything of power from this world or from any other applicable plane that can sense his power. He's now a target. So he is constantly fighting. He can't even go home and relax because a portal opens and another world-ending threat or another great power launches themselves out to try and kill the great, powerful, legendary T.J. Glover, and of course his power level is just so immense that it's not even fair game. So what he decides he wants to do, he wants to retire. And the goddess that had pulled him in, that had isekai'd him into the world, and this is where we lead into the plot. The goddess that had isekai'd him into this world, she gives him an ability. She makes him an offer. She's a pretty understanding goddess. She's a kind guy, almost a friend to TJ. He does meet with her every so often. And she gives him an item. And this item will lock his power down. And this isn't just like a muffling thing that just masks his power signature. It actually locks his power down. It's completely gone. All of a sudden, he is once again weak. His stats are gone. He's weak and not powerful in any way, shape, or form. And he loves it. He loves it. This is exactly what he wants. Really, this does fall under the harem-lit subgenre. All he really wanted to do: retire, live peacefully, get laid, basically. So TJ chooses, now he's enormously rich. Of course, he's got just stupid amounts of wealth, and he sets up basically bank accounts and such so that he'll be able to access his wealth wherever he goes. But he really does want to just live a simple life and almost start all over and just have fun with it again. So he chooses a small little town in a nearby area, not in the empire that he is from, that he is this great grand hero and legendary figure, but just a nearby town, small little town. Excuse me. And goes there to retire. And he picks up the class of Enchanter. It's one of the few classes that he did not have before. It's a max level, infinite power level ability. So he's very, very, very low leveled, has very, very low level skills and abilities within it. But what he does have, what he still has access to, he still has access to his knowledge. So while this item locks down his abilities, he actually still has the knowledge of all of these magical spells that he knew. He may not be able to cast them all anymore because his power level is just not high enough, but he still has the knowledge of all of them. So he is able to enchant spells that a typical enchanter at his extraordinarily low level would not be able to do. And that's kind of the driving thrust of this particular book. The sequel is a little bit more plot driven. And there are plot elements within this book, but really this comes closer to a slice of life. As TJ tries to retire, tries to make friends, make girlfriends, and develop his little harem, and develop his home. And he moves to this town. He ends up finding two people with their own kind of hidden talent that he can use as an enchanter, and uses the money he has made plus some other friends that he develops here and there to open a shop, to start working on building a magical shop, an enchanter's shop, basically. And just a simple retired life. He does go out into the woods to hunt monsters with these ladies. He does occasionally get himself into the oddball scrap here and there that you wouldn't really expect for a retired mage. But because of his abilities, he is enormously powerful, even with his demigod level lockdown. In fact, TJ is basically functionally immortal. He has what does pop up in some isekai novels. He does have the save point ability, so he can create save points and basically rewind time, so he can fix his own mistakes. It gives him a great ability to go out scouting and stuff like that. And that of course helps him even with his low level of power, because he can figure things out as he goes, so that he doesn't have to unmask himself. He can unmask his power anytime he wants, but again, he will light up this beacon to the heavens. Now, as far as the writing style goes, I've never read C.S. Darknight before, but I was surprised. I was impressed, and I was kind of overjoyed. It was a fun read. It really, really was. It was just a super, super, super fun read. And it's a weird dichotomy, because you have this character with just this demigod level knowledge and abilities that's locked down, that's almost starting over at an extraordinarily low level with very, very low abilities, and trying to rebuild with this great knowledge that he already has. So it's almost a mix. It's like a late level isekai, and it's harem, it's lit RPG, and almost a mix of like the Reborns, in that, you know, you have those characters that go back in time, start out super low level, but have all their knowledge. He doesn't go back in time. He just locks his power down, but he has all this amazing knowledge and power hidden away. And it's pretty cool. It's just a fun little book. I think you guys should definitely check it out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. After you hit those like and subscribe buttons, go check it out. Thanks again. Bye now.